Capricorn, hello, how you doing? David, swimmer? Are you swimming? Have you got swimming trunks? Or are you doing it with a water sign? How you doing, Capricorn? So I've actually done your done Pucci, Dan, Danielle, Danny Glover, Loaf Puff 7. Can't take it anymore. Can't take any more on. Some of you have got so much work on, you can't take any more on. So it's kind of like that you're flat out. So flat out, flat. Something to do around your flat or your building. Okay. Flat out, can't take any more. Anyway, so let's see, Capricorn. Capricorn. What have you got coming up for the next 48 hours for Cappies? Don't forget you can watch this as a Gemini or Life Path 6 because I read in numerology, guys. And they're both major arcana 6s. So there you go. What do you know? Gemini. So some of you have got your eye. Well, love is on the cards, love is on the rocks. Or Roxy, or Poxy. Poxy Roxy. Don't know. You could be called Roxanne or Roxy. But anyway, I'll begin with R. Rachel, Richard, Ricky, Rachel. I keep hearing Rachel as well. Racial? Any kind of racial discrimination going on here? I really don't know, but I'm hearing something to do with that. Anyway, so love is on the rocks, love is on the cards, but are you with someone? Okay, so it means that someone is searching for love. Okay, there is someone there. Okay, is there anybody out there? So if you're with someone, you're in love with them. Okay, Capricorn. Let's see, Capricorn, what they got coming up for the next 48 hours, please, for Capricorn. So you have got something going wrong with tarot card readings or something like that, or I'm getting really pissed off of watching tarot, or I'm not working on this anymore. So it might be where you are got absolutely fed up with where you're working, okay? It don't have to be tarot cards, but like you're getting really fed up with where you're working and you're kind of like, look, this relationship or this ship show of life just isn't working. I really feel like I want to work somewhere else. This could also be, though, if any of you do tarot cards or do voodoo. Don't know. Some of you are gang stalked and voodooed and it's affecting your business here. So if any of you are kind of like, you know, going off your mind about gang stalking or whatnot and you do tarot cards, it's kind of like where things might be going down slightly, okay? Or the name Lee or Laura or Lucy or a Lucifer. Anyway, what I'm picking up for you is this unwilling to work on a relationship that you might have. It means basically, do you want to compromise? Now, if any of you are out there and it's working really well, then it's working really well. But if any of you are out there where this relationship isn't working very well, then you're kind of like, because this can be a mum, okay? This can be a mother or a grandmother, okay? And like, I keep trying to work with you, but it doesn't work. Like the conversation is whack. Like I might work from home, but I feel uncomfortable around you. You don't like what I do for a living. You don't like what I do for a job. If any, or the name Rob or Robin or Robert, okay. Some of you could have also just lost someone as well. That could be a mother, okay. Because I know this doesn't mean lost. Well, it kind of does in a way, but you could have lost a loved one here. Okay, loved one, but like for some of you, like it's your work environment where you're working. It just seems to be like a very stressful environment at this time, and it's kind of like, oh, I can't even think about work at the moment, right? I can't even think about it. Now, if there isn't anything to do with around your job being very stressful, it seems that there's definitely an Steph and Jeff. There's definitely an energy of someone here that doesn't work very well with family, Jenny. Okay, with their family. Okay, not saying, Jennifer, you're right, Jen. But like, doesn't work very well with friends or family. Like because I'm picking up someone that works for someone's family. Okay, so say like you're a Capricorn or you're a Gemini and you were placed somewhere and you work for your partner's family. It's kind of like this tit for tat where someone gets more, what do you call it? They get treated better than the other person. And it's kind of like they get this special treatment, okay? I'm also hearing I need special treatment. A treatment? Like ointment or a treatment, and I've got to go for a surgery or something like that, or a surgeon or a surgery, okay? And I need a treatment. But for some of you here, where you're living as a mum, right? Don't forget, you can watch it as a Gemini as well. But like, you know, if you are, say, a Gemini mum and you're watching this as a Cappy, and you're a 6, this might not be where you're working. Like you're finding it very difficult to find work at this time. You want to work, but you can't find a job that will suit you. Like there's just nothing around at the moment. Because this is kind of like putting out CVs and writing them and sending them off and waiting for them to come back. But it feels like that nothing seems to be cropping up, and you're kind of like, this week, there's nothing that seems to be coming my way. Okay, so I'm having to wait. Okay, so we've got messages here, Cappy, or Geminis, or sixes, life path sixes, right? But if you are a person that is looking for work and seeking work, it doesn't seem as if you can find any. Some of you here are finding it very difficult to find work because you're a mum, because you're a mother, okay? And this is like claiming insurance and stuff like that, right? And having to like study and whatnot. And I can't seem to find the time to study because, like, say there's a new job that I want and I've got to study for the job, but I don't seem to find the time for it because I'm a mum, okay? And I've got my kids to look after, and I'm finding it very difficult to find that. I keep hearing timey kangaroo down sport, which means Australia maybe. But like I'm finding it very, like I can't seem to find the time to study for anything because I'm a mum, right? There's that one. Some of you here, there's an energy of a retired person that is getting very tired of working above a retirement age, okay? So what is it in Britain? I think it's 65 is retirement age in Britain. It used to be 60 and it went up to 65, okay? So I'm picking up here that someone might be above retirement age, but they are also doing like part-time work, but they're getting really pissed off and fed up with having to keep doing part-time work. It's probably because the state of, you know, what's going on in the world at the moment feels like that everything is extremely expensive and blah, blah, blah. And I'm having to, like, you know, everything's gone up, like all the bills have gone up and everything else. And I'm having to work extra hours to be able to do it, but I can't seem to keep up as like I used to. Okay, so I don't really want to work. I want to be completely and utterly retired, but I can't quite afford to do so. Okay, so that's for an elderlier person there. And then for some of you, you're actually like seeking for another job or a job to help out, but you can't seem to find one. Okay, you can't seem to find one. Now, take work out of the energy, take work out, because there's an energy of wanting to leave work here. Like, I want to leave work. I don't want to be here anymore, or I'm about to leave work, okay? Because I'm hearing like retirement package or insurance package, or what package do I get? Depending on what package you're looking for, Cappies. You know what I mean? But like I'm looking for someone's package, okay? Packaging, Anson's Packaging. Some of you might work in, because here there's a place called Anson's Packaging, okay? And you basically go into a big warehouse and you stand at a machine all day and you're like, shrink wrap it, blah, 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 next, yeah, next. And you work on a conveyor belt. They're all got hair nets on and they're like, oh, like, you know, and they stand there all day like pulling off like carrots and shit and whatnot, and like Anson's Packaging. Some of you, I mean, who would really want to do that as a job? I used to do that when I first left school. But I'm also hearing like taking orders down, okay, and I'm having to write orders down, like, hello madam, what would you like? And you're kind of like, oh yeah, I'll take that order down, and like, oh, I'll take that order, and I'll take that order. And some of you are kind of like, these fucking people that keep coming into this shop, bruv, I'm getting really fed up. What do you want? And you're like, oh, I just want something. You're like, oh, hold on a minute, and you're trying to write it down right here. So I'm hearing taking orders, but that might mean that someone doesn't like taking, like, okay, right, I'm the manager, okay, today I want you to do that. And you're kind of like, listen, I don't take orders from anybody. And you're like, yes you do, you work for me, so you need to start listening to taking orders right here. So I don't know where this message is coming through for you, Capricorn, of being able to take orders, because it could be where tarot community here is struggling at the moment, like my own. Okay, but like I'm struggling to, because here there could be people that are, I know them, there's people that contact me all the time that are just starting doing tarot card readings. How difficult is that? I've been doing this for years and mine's just still sort of growing. Okay, but like, you know, this is that belief that, you know, as soon as I become a tarot card reader, everything is going to be completely fine, and it isn't, you know, like it isn't quite what everybody thinks that it is, because you'll realise that there is a tarot card reader here that may be struggling. Okay, I'm sorry if I can't just give you whatever I have, because I believe in having to work for what you've got, right? If you've got something, you got to work at it yourself. And I think that maybe just giving people stuff, just all of it, it can be a little bit, I don't know. You can get in that kind of stuff there because it's kind of like what I've worked for all my life here. Okay. But like you might be finding it really difficult, and then you get AdSense and you think, hold on a minute, you know, 2,000 views on a video really only kind of relates to like £6. Like it's, you know, it's not a great deal, right? It really isn't. But again, you've kind of got that energy there for someone that might be struggling around that, and you're realizing that you're having to work twice as harder than anybody else, okay, to get things out. Like I have to work twice as hard as anybody else does, okay. Let's see. Some of you might have like a job that you've got, but in order to be able to keep up with the finances and the money, that is like overheads, you have to work twice as hard as other people. That is like, say, a lawyer, okay, or a, well, fuck knows anybody that would actually want to become a fucking doctor, to be honest with you, because well, unless you're a doctor out there, I do apologise. You must be better than Britain, or Brian, or Beth, or Brittany, okay. But like, I've been trying to get a diagnosis for fuck knows how long, and they just look on Google, Steve. Well, might as fucking well. But like here, you might be in a job where you're having to do a hell of a lot more hours than a normal person probably would, with like higher education and blah, blah, blah. And then it's got, I mean, these days you might have, I think there's a lot of you guys that are really struggling to find work here. Because I think someone told me that in America, isn't it right, or is it so, that there are so many people that are looking for, you want to move to Britain, there's fucking loads of them. And we don't treat people like that, believe it or not, but like there are so many people that are looking and actively seeking for work that they can just say, oh, okay, well, if you don't want this amount of fucking money, then I'll just give it to someone else. If you don't want the work, well, don't have it. But you're going to have to take a pay cut, and you're going to have to take less money. And if you don't, well, then be jobless and don't fucking have any. And I'll just give it to Joe Bloggs that's standing out in the queue where there's 10,000 more people that are dying for that job. So I'll just give it them, and I'll just piss you off. Well, I suppose there are people here, yeah. I used to be in a circumstance a little bit like that myself. You know, you work for a while and it's kind of like, well, if that isn't good enough for you, there's 1,000 other people that would want the job, and that's what we're offering, and you either take it or you leave it, and that's what I've got. So bam, you have to work with what you've got. And some of you are kind of like, fuck that noise, bruv, there's no way I'm working for that, right? And you're kind of like, well, don't then, Dave, don't, you know, don't, right? Yeah. So, you know, don't work then. You know, and you're kind of like, well, to be quite honest with you, I'd rather claim off the fucking government. I mean, to be honest with you, that is the state of Britain as well, a lot of the times, right? Is that the, I don't know, I mean, we've kind of gone up in the amount. What is it now? I think it's £12 an hour here. Like, the minimal wage is £12 an hour. So people ask me, what's that in dollars? $13 an hour? But like, you know, there's these bits where you're kind of like part-time work. You might be a part-time lover or a part-time worker, okay? Now, some of you that may be entrepreneurial, trying to be more entrepreneurial, I can give you some advice if you're tarot readers. I used to have to work 3 jobs whilst doing this for 3 years, free, no money, just 3 years, just building up my business while I had 3 other jobs. One was driving children to and from school. Okay, one of them was a Capricorn that I worked for. But like, I used to have to drive children to and from school, and it was a part-time job. Okay, and then I worked in a care home on the 6 weeks holidays when the children were off, and the week holidays that they had off for Christmas and stuff. I was working in a care home and getting money there, doing 12-hour shifts, while also coming home and then also doing this in my free time and giving up my whole life to be able to build this. And it took a long time. It took a long time. Okay. So some of you might be on that kick where you're having to hold down 1 or 2 jobs and do something that you like, but as more of a hobbyist, but you want it to become successful, but you're doing it more as a hobby. Okay. I'm also hearing hobbit hole as well. Hobbit hole. Hobbit. 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 Chris. Frog. Leapfrog. Let's see. Sorry, I just used to know someone that was called Chris, and his nickname was Froggy. We used to tell him to hop it. But let's see. And someone here may not even be working at all, or Maynard from Maney, or Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. Someone might not even be working at all, like at all. But for some of you here, there's definitely a Steph and Jeff. Someone's not working very well with a mother here. Ooh, so there you go, Cappy, for your next 48 hours. You got a new person on your mind, a little bit like Elvis Presley, right? You're always on my mind, right? Work is always on my mind, right? Looking and actively seeking Susan. You all right, Susan? How you doing? I did shout your name out last time. Yay, Susan with the ginger hair. You're all right. But like actively seeking, like Seekins, Vincent, or Victoria Cross. That would also be somewhere in London, maybe. Okay, or Britain, or Brittany, or Brian, or Beth. Check out the brains on Brad. Bradfield, Laura Felix, Bradfield, Bradford, Bradford or Bradfield, Brangelina, Brangelina. And to the Cappy that was very rude, you might as well piss off, sweetheart. Oh, Stephen, you're not very good anymore. You seem to have lost your mojo. Boring. Sweetheart, go and fucking punch yourself in the stomach and swallow your lip. God, do you know how difficult it is to catch up on all the star signs that want it and be able to channel and do private readings and do Patreon and give this for free? And you come on my fucking channel telling me that I'm not good at my job and said it was boring. That might be because your life's fucking boring, sweetheart. I was doing a Capricorn reading. How stupid can you be? Sorry, everybody else. You're right. Steve's just kind of had one of his manic moments there, having a go at a complainer. We do like Tinas, but we do like complainers, don't we, Cappies? Welcome to being a tarot card fucking reader if you are, because you get them all the time. Oh, I'm not happy with the free shit that I get. I just don't want it. It's free. Fucking people, bruv. People can always complain. Always complain. That's what I hate. People that complain. Why do you think I made up the word people, bruv? People. People, they get on your nerves. People, they do. But anyway, I'll show you the cards when we're kind of finished, when you can go down on me, okay? Don't let the sun go down on me. I won't let the sun go down. So Capricorn, what's going on with Capricorn for the next 48 hours? We've got a move a shooter. Shoot to the moon, shooter. Fruit shoot? Some of you drink. Some of you got children that drink fruit shoots. Fruit shoot. It's in Britain. It's a little like thing, and they're just very small, cost a fortune. Kids love them, so they just up the prices of fruit shoot. I'm hearing fruit shoot, fruit machine. Some of you are gambling on fruit machines and you've just lost a load of fucking money gambling. Told you not to keep gambling. Like, I can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. I haven't got any money. Why? Because I've just lost on the fruity. Huh. In Britain, we call it the fruity, right? So that's pummeling loads of money in things here and taking gambles and taking risks and ending up cack-lovered, bruv, with no money. Without a pot to piss in. I've got 1 coin left. If I stick it in here, do you think I'll get an XXO or a 777? I'm worried about it. Some of you, there's a job transfer or something here, right? And you're worried about it. You're worried about this transfer. Some of you, it's a transaction of money that you might have to make and you're worried about making this money transfer. Or you're worried about being transferred from where you live or where you work and being transferred through another company or something like that. And I'm worried about being transferred. Yeah. Or verdi. Or verdict. Worried about the dick? Oh, it's fucking Capricorn. They ain't worried about dick. It's probably because you're worried because you ain't got any. But like I told you, vagina diet, man. Or vagina diet all day long. Bruv. If all you can eat is vagina, right, and you're a guy and you ain't getting any, and that's all you can eat, bruv, you're gonna lose shitloads of weight. So I'm on it, and you know, but I'm hoping to lose more. But like, yeah, some of you are transferring, okay, being transferred, and you're like Verdi. I keep hearing Verdi or verdict or Virgin Mary, really, Mary. Melissa, Maria, Michael, Mary, the Bloody Mary, or the Virgin Mary. What is that? Virgin Mary? Some sort of like Our Father sort of shit here with the Virgin Mary. Some of you have just had a child here. You've just had a child, right? And you're just kind of like, oh my God, I'm so fucking tired. I wish this child would shut up. And you're kind of like, look, I'm spending all my time looking after this child. And you're kind of like, right? I mean, bless your hearts. If you're single parents out there, man, I don't know how you do it, Dave. I don't, but, well, I mean, even if you got a partner, it looks like I ain't doing shit for you. But, yeah, hats off to you single ladies out there that are kind of like looking after children, finding it very difficult to raise a young one there. The young ones, young ones, the young ones. Well, even the guys, really, I suppose. Raising children ain't easy when you're from Arizona, right? Or you're called Aaron or Darren, right? But yeah, raising children ain't easy when you can't even sort your own love life out, right? So, am I supposed to sort out your life when I can't even sort out my own? Capricorn, next 48 hours, right? You could have a new person on your mind though, Capricorn next 48. So, 4 of Wands. Now, I will say, like I normally do, Nanu, here comes a twin flame. I don't do twin flame readings, listing them as twin flame, but I've been on the journey for so many years that I can't deny it because I don't look fucking sensible anymore, Capricorn. I definitely don't feel it in my head. Edwina, Edmonds, Bury St Edmunds, Bury, Holly, Jodie, buried somewhere in Breton, Dudley, Canuck. But like, yeah, some of you, there's this transfer energy over to this 4 of Wands. And it might be like, I'm as single as a Pringle now and I'm actually actively seeking someone, but I'm kind of thinking about them, but, you know, we'll get on to your love life in a minute because I believe some of you are actually living with a sad sack. Yeah, like, I don't know, like someone that's not good in the sack or something. I don't know if you guys get slang or not, right? Y'all know what any good in the sack is, right? Bedroom department. Let's see. Some of you could be as dry as a fridge in the fucking skip. Let's see. Dry as Gandhi's flip-flop. I ain't seen any action down there since Jacksonville. Sorry, Miss Jackson, that is for real. Anyway, let's see Capricorn next 48. Oh, 3 of Cups. Oh, go on, Dev. Fucking, this is shooter. You got shoot to the moon here. Telling you. Oh, dear. Come on, look at what you could have won. Well, you fucking won it, Capricorn. Congratulations. Whatever it was that you lost, you just won. Gosh, so if you were gambling, you're probably going to be gambling next week too because you fucking ended up spending it. So it could be blowing out someone's candles here. And it seems to me like you live your life, Livy, like a candle in the wind, never going to burn to when the rain come in. But I would have liked to know you when I was just a kid. The candle burned out long before the legend ever did. Some of you could be singing, dancing, making music or something like that. You could also be called Marilyn, okay, or M, you know, like Marilyn, but M, okay, or E. No, not my ex, Emily, but there's another Emily on here. Sorry, you guys, when you're called Emily, and I'm kind of like, I kind of think I don't really want to say that name, but like, you could be another Emily on here. That was the name of my ex, by the way. What's that, by the way? Hold on a minute. Someone might be listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay. Some of you, this is like wetting the baby's head here. Going out and celebrating. Celebrate good times, come on. Anyway, so let's go down. And I'll show you what we do when we clarify stuff here then, Capricorn. Okay, so let's have a look at you lovely little lot for the next 48. Because what I'm saying to you, Capricorn, right, regardless of any tarot card reading or reader, love is on the cards. So it means that someone is on search for it. Well, it could be a Stephen. Well, I am on search for love. Who doesn't love love? I love love. Right? But like, who isn't on search for love? Some of you might not be. But someone here is looking for a partner. Put it that way. Okay. Or an apartment. Okay. So let's find out why does Capricorn have the lovers for the next 48 hours. So you got 6 of Cups. You do live with someone, a Gemini or a Capricorn. Now it's either a mother or you are like a Capricorn or a Gemini and you're watching. Okay. But the relationship is still on the cards. It's there for the taking if you find one, but someone's actively seeking a Susan. Now, you've got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So why does Capricorn have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse? Because of a Leo. Sorry, why did that have to come up in here? Sorry, I've got nothing against Leos, but my ex was Leo. Could be a new Leo. Leo, well, Life Path 8, Leo, or Aquarius. Okay. Don't forget, I read in numerology. Very important. You'll pick up the signs, trust me. Struggling to find the strength at work because I'm getting really tired at work. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles because I'm having to pick up some extra shift work. Here. Someone's definitely thinking, Steph and Jeff, someone's definitely thinking about, like, you know, you guys have to make offers, right? I got into that with an argument with my ex on here because when I was with her, because she fucking ended up hating spiritual stuff and ended up saying that I was, I had multiple personality disorder. How the fucking hell can you end up coming up with the diagnosis of that I am now, I have a multiple personality disorder because I'm spiritual? How the fuck can you come up with that? I thought you said I was schizophrenic, then paranoid, then, oh, I don't know. But like the last one was like multiple personality disorder because I look into everything being spiritual. I kind of relate it to star signs and God knows what else and say, well, you know, it's for a reason and You know, you're obviously whatnot. But here, there's an energy of, well, not working on something with an X, that's for sure. To be sure, someone from Ireland. Happy St. Patrick's Day. 9 of Swords. Queen of Cups. Like I said, man, you don't have to be in a relationship. You can be, but it's there. Someone's seeking it. Here. Someone's looking, interested in, like, you know, who's up for a relationship, who's up for talking, who's up for a discussion. You know, need to talk. Talking is good. It doesn't even have to mean a relationship. I love communicating with people, I do, because it's, I mean, I just love communicating. I do. I'm a fucking sad, lonely old Piscean. What's the Four of Wands? What's the Four of Wands for Capricorn? Is the sun. Damn, I told you, let the sun go down on you. Well, I mean, you should be in a marriage, a commitment, or a relationship here. And, well, that's for you guys that are. And for you guys that might not be, there's someone there. I'll be there. I'll be there whenever you need me. I'll be there. So if any of you guys have followed me for a long while and you realise how much of a shit show my ex-relationship was in, don't worry. Steve is not going back anymore. Trust me, it got left where it's not, that's not happening anymore. So let's see, 3 of Cups. Leo or an Aquarian. There is a lot of communicating here. I'm definitely picking up a couple. Steph and Jeff, I'm definitely picking up a couple. That's 100% if you're in a relationship. Definitely there, okay? For you guys that might not be, okay, and not could be a Piscean maybe, but if you guys might not be, then there is definitely like looking for one and feeling interested in a specific person maybe, and on the look for a relationship. Okay, that's what I'm on, is a journey to find a relationship. Okay, so there you go, next 48 hours Capricorn. If you would like, okay, your weekly reading, you will need to join Patreon. Patreon is there to support me as a reader, okay, to support me, because there are 10,000 others. So Patreon's there to support me as a reader, but what you get in return for that is weekly and monthlies and teaching videos, but you'll need either the silver or the gold tier. But I do your readings a day or two before anything comes on here, and they are normally different readings. So if this one really relates to you, great. And you think, oh, that doesn't really relate to me and I want more or blah, 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 then Patreon can also be completely different or the same. I never really know, but you get a hell of a lot more cards and you get them all clarified in all aspects of and areas of your life. Okay, so you need the silver or the gold tier. If you can't afford it and you really want to help me out a little bit more and you think, well, I can afford $2 or $3, okay, and I can join the join button, that's Steve's Crew, which means that you get a glittery name, you get stars and shit, and you look really important in the chat. And then you also get personal reading, 1 per month, but it's over there. It's not where people that are on the thing, you get, I'm not going to go into it because I'm sure you fucking know, but you get 1 personal reading per person per month when you join, but it's done over there, so all the people that are joining, they can see your reading. Okay, so if you're paranoid or schizophrenic, you might not want to join. Because the people that are over there will see that. Okay, but you get 1 reading per month when I post something. You also get random readings, and there's a couple of secret videos that I throw over there now and again, depending on whether I'm going to do a random reading or I do something special for you guys and I throw it over there. You get that too. But you have to join to find out what that is. So, thanks very much, guys. I really do appreciate it. All links can be found provided below, and I'll see you soon.